Hey everyone, if you give a project about representing Cleopatra to a multi-million-dollar company versus a Vocaloid producer, who do you think would make a better representation? Surely the multi-million-dollar company, right? The Last Pharaoh was a Vocaloid video released on August 12, 2025 by Joruzin. And believe me when I tell you this is not only accurate, it taught me almost literally everything there is to know about Cleopatra. The most impressive part about all of this is Joruzin managed to do this in only 4 minutes and in a music video. The music video was one of the most creative music videos I've seen in weeks and genuinely got me researching and thinking about Cleopatra for hours and days. And this thumbnail, man, oof, whenever I see it, it hasn't been a month since this music video dropped and it's close to being one of my favorite music video of all time. I'm making this video because I want to share about all of the things I love about this music video. Like I mentioned at the very start of the video, this music video is surprisingly historically accurate. Oh, and just a quick reminder that I am not a historian, just a peanut-sized brain idiot on the internet, so if I do make any historical mistake, feel free to correct me. The music video starts off by mentioning all the most well-known things about her, like how she was extremely beautiful, an extraordinary girl who speaks 10 languages by the age of 10, even though some sources say that it was more likely she spoke 9 instead of 10. She had golden skin, beautiful greenish blue eyes, words as sweet as honey. Determined to not let the 3,000 years of reign come to an end with her, she would do anything to keep her country and people safe. Even if it means selling her body to protect her homeland, it would be a small price to pay. Cleopatra sets off to Rome to ally with Julius Caesar, wanting the most powerful man by her side. She must establish a connection with Rome, even if it means seducing him with her body, because managing to ally with Caesar would mean protection for Egypt. However, failing to do so would mean death. Cleopatra, with her sheer beauty and courage, managed to win over Caesar successfully, establishing a connection to Rome. However, the people in Rome did not like a foreign queen having such a close connection to the most powerful man in Rome. So the people started to slander her, calling her a whore, a prostitute, a seductress, a slut. However, she continued to grit her teeth for the sake of the people of the Golden Nile. She managed to conceive a child with Caesar, further amplifying the bond. But it didn't get easy for Cleopatra after this, because not long after that, Caesar was assassinated. It severed any connection she had with Rome. However, she didn't have time to grieve Caesar's death, as she needed to look for her next ally in Rome as soon as possible, and one that is willing to protect Egypt. She found her next ally called Mark Antony. After Caesar's death, Rome fell into chaos. Two main factions were born, one led by Mark Antony and one led by Octavian, Caesar's heir, who later decided to wage war against Cleopatra, believing that she was the reasons for Mark's corruption. Octavian launched multiple propaganda campaigns so that the Senate would take his side during the war. In the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra was defeated by Octavian's fleet, as you can also see in the music video. However, Octavian spared her life, wanting to parade Cleopatra alive, demonstrating his absolute victory over Mark. Cleopatra, not wanting to be humiliated, and as a final act of control, decided to take her own life. Historians still debate the method, but it was widely believed she was bitten by a snake, as you can also see in the music video. It's amazing to me how a 3-minute Vocaloid music video is able to teach me this much about history. It is not only one of those songs where only the meaning behind is good, the music itself is actually amazing. My favorite part of all of this music video is how the song adds a little bit of what Cleopatra might be thinking, like for example the lyrics, "But some nights I want to run away," or "Oh how miserable I am." It made me really sympathetic for Cleopatra. I really wanted to root for her success even though I know that she is doomed to fail. Another aspect about history that I really enjoy is the fact that it's questioning the authenticity of history itself. For example, there is lyrics that goes, "But I never seduced anyone, you know." I really love this part of the lyrics because these events are recorded by Roman historians. That means they could have completely lied about Cleopatra. Or they could have paid these historians to make Cleopatra look more lustful than she actually is. For example, this part of the song really highlights the point I'm trying to make. Here's a man who's known many women. How much of my charm will sway him? Because if we really think about it, Julius Caesar at the time was one of the most powerful men in the world. He can have almost any woman he wanted, and he had almost all the wealth in the world. Can a foreign queen really even seduce such a man? It really put me in such a deep thought for so many days, and I couldn't stop questioning about how much of this was actually even real, how much of it was propaganda and how much of it wasn't. The song really made me understand why people continue to study history. It's so interesting thinking about what if situation. Like, what if Cleopatra died Octavian instead of Mark? What if she just gave up and lived a normal life? All these what if situations are so interesting to think about. I'm starting to have so much more respect for the history of Cleopatra after what Netflix did to it. Please, if you like Vocaloid songs and you haven't heard of this song before, I highly recommend it. Please give it a try. I just wanted to share my love for this music video. I hope you enjoyed. If you watched the entire video, I just tricked your goofy ass into learning history, disguising it as J-pop. Look at you all educated and shit. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to drink water.